Hello everybody, welcome to a very cold England. It is 2 degrees outside and I'm not very happy. The summer is over. Last week we broke EURUSD. We had an unbelievable trading week on EURUSD. Sells, sells, sells. Today in this 3-minute video I'm going to talk you through each and every trade that I took and hopefully you can learn something. As always, if you're not doing this already, subscribe to the channel. I do all my trading content completely for free. Subscribe to the channel, make sure you don't miss the next video. Thank you. Right, so let's start with the start of the trading week. So this is all nonsense. We didn't take that. That was something I was doing for one of my students. So we had some very clear structural points. Okay, we had a weekly high here that was swept, and if we take the charts back to here, you can see exactly how we got into this trade. Really, really lovely trade. I put this post up on my Instagram. We swept the weekly level. We had a breakdown, we had a push up, we had a sweep. So this is a fake breaker structure. So that little level here was broken, fake breaker structure, push down, manipulation setup, sell down to a low. Lovely little trade. Next trade was on Wednesday. So, pretty simple trading. We had a daily level here that was swept. The high of the level that swept the daily level was again swept, and this was right slap bang in the morning. This was about 8 o'clock in the morning. It was a really, really lovely kind of ISC. That candle there, the institutional candle, the impulsive sweep candle there, swept. Push down, push up, push down, push up, push down. That's our manipulation setup when we get into that trade all day long. We had another entry here about 10 o'clock on our kind of 10:30 pullback, which we could have held out, and then ultimately it just collapsed really over the next couple of days. We had a little bit of kind of movement. Let's just get that in here. We had a little bit of kind of movement up and down. I think I took most of my profits out here on this first low, or maybe there to the left. And then I was looking for this next low here. We didn't quite get it, as you can see. I ultimately got stopped out for break even, but we got some good profits off there. We got 3 off that one-ish. No, sorry, it would have been around, 2 off that one. We got 2 off that one. We're up kind of 4 to 5R already, which is, pretty amazing for the start of the week. And then it's exactly the same setup once again. So this is a sweep of the sweep. So each time we get a significant area swept, so that level swept the daily level, this level swept the level that swept the daily, and then this level swept the level that swept the daily that swept the daily. So, we kind of stack these entries on top of each other, and exactly the same thing happened again. We had our ISC candle, we had a nice push down, we waited for a bit of manipulation setup, and then we get into the trade. And as you can see, we absolutely plummeted after this, and we got, a really, really good result. This trade ended up being our biggest trade of the week potentially. That was 4R, so we're up to about 9R by this point, which is fantastic. Now the rest of the week was pretty simple. We had a really clear bearish sell, bearish bias. I very sadly ended this trade here. I've left it on for illustrative purposes, but I'm an honest trader. I'm going to tell you what I'm doing and where I'm taking them. But what we could have done is, if we were brave enough, we could have held it through the news. And holding it through the news would have given us a lovely 10R trade. Again, simple entry, push down, swept the high that swept the high that swept the high. We've got this really nice kind of sweeping chain. And then we had a really good breakdown. I wasn't sure on the entry up here, as you can see, which is why I waited until I got my setup down here. And then ultimately I closed it because I was nervous about the news. Just as much as it shot down like that, it could have shot up like that. So for me, I took a safe trade and I took my trade off. But that ended up being a lovely 10R. I will leave these on from time to time because ultimately it shows that my analysis was correct, which was great. And then towards the end of the week, we had another couple of easy trades. So we've got these internal liquidity levels that we can see have been swept. We've got range liquidity here. So our external liquidity is from here and to here. We've got range liquidity in our premium zone. That range liquidity is swept. MSU setup, push down to the lows, which takes us to another 5. This same trade, I didn't take this one because very impulsive, but the same trade was the same thing. We've got our external liquidity here to here. We've got range liquidity set between. We sweep that and push down, and that would have been another 1.8. So all in all, we took about 15R off EURUSD last week. It was a fantastic week, heavily bearish, looking for some bullish pullbacks this week, and then some bearish continuations. Ultimately, if we look at the overall marketplace right now, we are bearish continued, pulling back at the moment and looking for some bearish price action to take out these lows towards the end of the week. Thank you for tuning in. Any questions in the comments below? Make sure you catch the next drop. Thank you.